To have great success with our program, it's important to understand that all animals, including humans, are genetically programmed to store as many extra calories as fat as possible. This is easily accomplished by most people because of our genetically programmed addiction to high pleasure and low nutrient value foods. We live in a time where science has studied our taste buds and our brain response to various foods, and this information has allowed food manufacturing companies to create processed pleasure-trapped foods, products that trigger our limbic or our emotional hunger in ways that our bodies could never have prepared for. This is why we tend to overeat, and then we feel guilty for doing something that we were tricked into doing. To avoid this pleasure trap from occurring, it's advisable to avoid all prepackaged processed foods that have any ingredient that doesn't sound like food or you don't recognize. Something like autolyzed tortilla yeast, monosodium glutamate, or we even found today something that contained powdered chicken. Also, we encourage you to eat the majority of your calories from whole plant sources that are low in fat and have little added oils, such as sweet potatoes, brown rice, corn, beans, chickpeas, green leafy, and other colored vegetables. These foods have the highest nutrient content per calorie and will cause you to feel full for longer. Plus, you can freely eat these foods until you're stuffed without ever worrying about overeating. Although we recommend mostly a vegan, plant-based diet, you will get benefit from eating 90% of your diet from whole unprocessed foods and 10% or less from cheat foods like your sweets. An additional way to increase nutrient intake is through juicing. Although opponents of juicing complain that juicing is less than ideal because the fiber and some of the nutrients are lost, the overall effect is that I end up consuming 4 to 5 times as many vegetables through juicing than I would eat if I ate them whole. It's just something that I don't do. I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables, but when I'm juicing, I eat them. So I lose the fiber, but I at least get the nutrients. Also, juicing green leafy vegetables and wheatgrass helps to provide a detoxification effect that will promote fat metabolism, especially things like cilantro and parsley. And for more information on how to do your own juicing, certainly consult our office directly. Lastly, most people who start with intermittent fasting expect significant immediate results. This diet works, but it's not necessarily a quick fix. Progress is typically slow, but very steady. You should see about 1 to 2 pounds lost per week, and possibly more if you focus your energy on eating healthy foods during your fed time and exercise. Also, you should plan on being hungry. In the beginning, your body will crave regular calorie intake. You're used to this. This is what it's used to. And breaking that pattern is difficult, especially if you're surrounded by food sights, smells, discussions, etc. throughout the day. Watching TV also tends to be difficult because every commercial seems to be about food. There are 2 things that we've found that make the fasting time easier. 1, drink plenty of lemon or lime water, coffee or tea, no sweetener, no cream, or other non-calorie beverage, but nothing artificially sweetened. And 2, finish your fast as early in the day as possible. Because if you stop eating at 6:30, you can attain 17 hours by eating at 11:30 the next day, just in time for lunch. The hardest time that I find is from about noon till 3. Many times I'll do a 20 or 19-hour fast and I'll eat from 3 to 8, and it's hard that noon to 3 hour. After several days of fasting for 17 hours, you might find it easy to push your time to 18 hours, 19 hours, or even 20 hours. We even encourage you to try and occasionally push your fast to 24 hours. But make sure that you are not cutting your nutrition or calories too low with too little time to eat. Try to keep at least 2 meals per day and choose unprocessed whole foods.